It is August 1st, 2017. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. Good morning, folks. Been up just kind of scrolling through Facebook, and that's where I get a lot of different types of news. And this was actually shared by Bobby Powell, and it's an article from the Daily Mail, which I typically always fact check and check sources when it's Daily Mail. A lot of their stuff is on target. Other times they elaborate a bit, or sometimes I've even seen articles they've done that I can't confirm in any way. So I always, if it's from certain sites, from some sites, I won't even click the link because I just know better. But, especially if it's a partisan side or something like that. I mean, but anyway, if when it comes to the Daily Mail, quick confirmation of sources and stuff like that, and you're good to go. I have done that. This is not an elaboration. This is not a false story. This is a real deal, and it sets a very, very, very dangerous precedent. We all know that Child Protective Service agencies in different states use some pretty crazy things, and there's a lot of speculation as to what happens to some of the children that are taken into the system. It's just it's a bad thing that, like many things with our government, goes unchecked. So I highly suggest folks get behind this. I highly suggest folks make calls, ask questions, raise a little hell. Let's go ahead and get to the story here. It's insane enough. It doesn't have to be elaborated on. Okay, and I'm giving the article from the Daily Mail because they did a pretty good write-up on it. The Oregonian has an article. You can find this multiple places. Headline reads, Controversy as Oregon couple are forced to give up their children to social services after they were deemed not intelligent enough to care for the babies. Folks, really? I mean, if we could do this by IQ alone, then how come I don't have my kids? Just a good question. I mean, just an honest, straightforward question. If you can do this over somebody's IQ, and I'm not going in deep into anything, and I'm not insulting anyone or anything like that, but if it came down to IQ, there would be no question. But again, this is an insane case. Let me go ahead and read it to you. An Oregon couple has been fighting a legal battle after they lost custody of their two kids because both were designated not intelligent enough to care for them in a safe and proper manner. Amy Frabini, 31, was reportedly unaware about her state of pregnancy when she grew far into her third trimester with her now eldest son, Christopher. Fabrini did not receive formal examination or treatment within the 9th-month term and went into advanced labor at the family's home, where she gave birth September 9th, 2013. Fabrini's partner, Eric Ziegler, 38, was receiving financial aid through the Social Security and Supplemental Security Income Program on the behalf of a mental disability he was diagnosed with. Earlier this year, Social Services acquired and fostered the pair's second newborn baby, Hunter, while he was in the hospital following past allegations brought against them. Just showing you some of the pictures there. I mean, one thing I noticed right off the bat is look how clean the home is. Isn't that interesting? It looks to me to be a very clean home. Looks very clean. Hey, everything's kind of put in its place. Not a bunch of stuff on the floor or nothing like that. A relative to the couple initially expressed concern in a complaint to authorities regarding the Christopher's well-being under the care of Fabrini and Ziegler, according to the Oregonian. So see, here we go again, where family is turning on family, okay? Nazi Germany, folks, Nazi Germany. A child welfare report alleged Ziegler had been sleeping with the baby on the floor and almost rolled over on him. Fabrini's father, Raymond, said he and his wife were acting as the primary caregivers at the time because he believed his daughter did not possess the instincts to be a mother. After taking a required folks, IQ test, Ziegler scored a meager 66 and Fabrini a 72. The IQ of the average person ranges anywhere from 90 to 110. Ziegler's IQ score categorized him under the mild intellectual disability range, while Fabrini extremely low to borderline range of intelligence, according to the report. Fabrini had been working as a grocer to help provide for her family at the time. Ziegler was unemployed due to his health condition. Board member of Healthy Families of the High Desert and advocate for the couple, Shireen Hagenbach, said the decisions to place Christopher and Hunter up for adoption lacks substantial groundwork and may be even more detrimental to the family as a whole. They are saying they are intellectually incapable without any guidelines to go by, Hagenbach said. They're saying that this foster care provider is better for the child because she can provide more financially, provide better education, things like that. If we're going to get on that train, Bill Gates should take my children. There's always someone better than us, so it's a very dangerous position to be in. Domestic abuse and neglect were not factors in the custody case. Now I'm going to repeat that. Domestic abuse and neglect were not factors in the custody case. So even they say that there was no abuse going on. Even they say there was no issues of neglect going on. We looked at their pictures, the floor, and I mean, the floor was clean. I mean, it's not just that they picked up the big stuff. It looked like it was vacuumed, and it looked nice. It was clean. Clean. Fabrini's aunt, Lenore Turner, told the Oregonian she believed the decision was unfair in the grand scheme. I honestly don't understand why they can't have their children. I go to the grocery store and I see other people with their children, and they're standing up in the grocery cart. I think, how come they get to keep their children? How do they decide whose child they're going to take and whose child can stay? Turner said. I can answer that, by the way. A lot of times, if a parent has no hope of being able to secure legal representation, that's, in their opinion, a feather in their cap. That makes it easy. That makes it easy for them. See, if somebody were to stand up and really push this issue on a legal ground, then I would say that they'd have a good chance of not only getting their children back, but they would also have a good chance at filing a civil suit against the state, which I recommend highly. Fabrini and Ziegler insisted that they have complied to all of the state's orders over the course of the past several years. We've just done everything and more than they've asked us to do, Fabrini said. It doesn't seem like it's good enough for them. They're saying, who would parent Christopher better, the foster parents or the parents, is basically what they're going on, Ziegler added. So long as Oregon's parental rights law stays in effect, both children will remain under watch by foster care. the parents will continue to have visitation rights under the supervision of another. Folks, if they actually had something, it would be listed here. Believe me. Believe me. If they had anything substantial, right, they would have put that forward. It's crazy. It's a shame. I will put the link in the description as always. You know, please share this story. Get this out there. This is insane. These look like decent people. The children look well cared for. What's the problem? You know, we are living in an insane time. Absolutely insane. What was it? I think it was the state of Washington or one of the states. I don't know. One of those states out west there. They were working on putting a law into effect to where a family member, if they had concerns for your well-being, could call, I guess, I don't know, their local sheriff or somebody or whatever, and voice their concern, and then that other person loses their Second Amendment right. And it was one of the states out west there. It was either Washington, maybe California. I don't think it was California, though. I think it was like Washington. You know, it's insane. And this is why I keep on the path that I do when I talk about liberty. About how it's for all. Not just those that agree with me or not just those that agree with you. Freedom means freedom, liberty, individual liberty, which we're supposed to have here. I've seen kids that I know were in a much more dire situation than what these folks' children were, and nothing, absolutely nothing. There was not too long ago, there was a young woman in Missouri, I think St. Louis area, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been like a couple years or so. But she, I guess she was getting in her car, and she set her, the car seat with her baby in it on top of the car. She proceeded to get in the car and start driving. She had totally forgot that the car seat was on top of the car. Now, I want to say that it had been revealed that she was under the influence of drugs. And here's the kicker. She still got her child. I think she had to attend a rehabilitation for the drug issue, but she never lost her child. She was driving down the road with a baby in a car seat sitting on top of the car. And she got to keep her child. This is insane.